Hello everybody. It is Monday afternoon of the day of the eclipse. We didn't get a full eclipse here in Virginia, of course. It did get kind of dark, but not really dark. But I wanted to go on and do the backyard tour so that you can see everything, because starting tomorrow afternoon, I think it's supposed to rain for about 4 days. So I'm going to start right here with this beautiful Nellie Moser Clematis or Clematis. Look how many buds are on this. It's going to be gorgeous when it opens up. And then down here, the cranesbill geranium has got blooms on it. Buds, rather. They will be blooms. And the aster is doing great. Spiderwort and sedum. There are some black-eyed Susies in here that are just barely coming up, but there's lots of spiderwort. And then here is the sweet autumn clematis. You can see it is really growing. Back here, the beautiful little purple bells and the columbine behind this ugly generator. Like I said, flowers are not where they go, but I have been bringing them in and out. These variegated geraniums are ones that I kept in the garage all winter. The foxtail fern right there was kept in the garage. The spider plant, and look how many babies. This heuchera and the creeping Jenny, that could have been left outside, but I took it in anyway in the garage and it survived. And this is a plant that I just dug up in the rocks up back and brought it down here. And there are the shamrock plants. That's the dark leaf ones. They stayed in the garage all winter. They go completely dormant, no leaves at all. And I brought them out and started watering them a couple weeks ago. You can see the hostas have really gotten big. And the heuchera. And I just planted that creeping phlox there a few days ago. There's that gorgeous Gerber I showed you. And there's the beautiful pansies. The little miniature daffodils, they have almost all gone, and it won't be long till I'll be putting them in the ground. Tulips are still looking pretty good, and so are the hyacinths. You can see that there are plants coming up everywhere. Hostas, we'll look at those a little closer when we come back around. The creeping Jenny around the edge is greening up. The daylilies back there. And just look at the color of all these Japanese maples. You can see why we're obsessed with having so many of them. We just love them. There's a Jacob's ladder, that ferny leaf. It's got buds on it. And there are Asiatic lilies. There's some woodland flock. I see 1 or 2 little blooms. It'll be a lot more. There's a campanella in here. A lot of things that are just barely coming up. Some coreopsis, and back there is a bleeding heart. The big leaf bleeding heart. I hear a bee above my head. And there is the elderberry coming back right there. Another gorgeous Japanese maple. I haven't taken my Easter flags down because every time I think about it, it rains and they're wet. And look at that adorable flag that Janet brought us. Baby boy with bunny ears. Isn't that precious? The hellebores have been so pretty. And the leaves will be pretty even after the blooms have faded. The Everillo carex grass. Irish moss. And some sedums. And a lot of nice dandelions I see around here and there. Several different color heucheras, hostas, beautiful Japanese painted fern. And this bigger, tall one is full moon, Japanese maple. Look at the little seed pods. And there, beside it is the gorgeous waterfall Japanese maple. I think it's just beautiful. The hostas, Clematis. Some things have really put out and some things are really slow. And there's another waterfall Japanese maple back there. Lots of things coming up here and there. Lots of phlox, Japanese iris, woodland phlox right there blooming. More of the cranesbill geranium. Lots of little Asiatic lilies. The blooms are coming up on the bugleweed. You can barely see them. And this is the Bass Pink Garden Pinks. And it's got the buds ready to open. New growth on the rhododendrons. The blooms are all gone, but as I told you, that is a rebloomer, so it will be blooming again later. Love this hosta. I think it is just a gorgeous one. Another beautiful Japanese maple or two. There's a tall one. I think this might be the Tamukiyama. Beautiful blooms on the pyrrhus. And there's the little yellow blooms on the epimedium. Y'all know this area up here is John's Paint area. Over there is the azalea getting ready to bloom. Pyrrhus, a small full moon Japanese maple. Just look at the blooms on this. Isn't it gorgeous? There's lots of woodland phlox in this bed. And hellebores. And look at all the ferns coming up. So pretty. And more hostas in here. I love the woodland phlox. That's definitely one of our favorite plants. It's a mess back here. It's kind of a mess a lot of places, but I'll get to it. A lot of this is gooseneck loosestrife, which blooms much later. I see an azalea in the background down there, and lots of hostas in this bed. This sedum in these two pots is just doing wonderful. I can divide and take some of that out. And look at all these hostas. Look at that bright gold one down there. My bunnies fell off the chair or got knocked off the chair. I love the yellow ones and the lime green hostas because they show up so nice. Another gorgeous maple. Hostas. Here's one that is just starting to unfurl. Lots more hostas. Ghost fern, Japanese painted ferns. So pretty. A lot of these are some of my miniature hostas, and some of them need to be repotted. This is a mouse ear, that one right there. And look at this one. This is one we just got last year. That's called Party Streamers. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? I've sprayed all these, and I'll probably have to spray them again after we get all this rain, because I would cry if some of these got eat. This pot's definitely got to be divided. That's another miniature one. Let me see what that one is. Well, the name has already washed off of it. Definitely wasn't a permanent marker, was it? See, these are all Japanese maples. Lots of blooms to come yet, and new growth on these azaleas. Big, beautiful white. So pretty. This bed is a mess. This one gets so many weeds in it. We cleaned it really good in the fall, but you'd never know it. So we'll get to it. Another beautiful Japanese maple. And just look down through there. And look at this gorgeous thing. Like I said, most of the name tags have come off of them. Some of them I can remember, and some of them I just can't, because some of them have such long names. But look how these leaves look before they open. Just gorgeous. Climbing hydrangea and chocolate vine on this arbor. It's like I've said, nothing any prettier than these wonderful maples. This is a little flowering almond. Has pretty little pink blooms. This is a threadleaf maple. And look at the sun on that one. And here's the black lace elderberry. It's really coming out. And this wonderful weeping tree. All the hydrangeas have put out a lot of leaves. Lots of things to come. This is a beautiful heuchera right here. It's two different colors in there. And look at the blooms on that right there, the bugleweed. There's buds on this clematis. And there's the fern leaf bleeding heart. I'm gonna walk down the side here before I stop the tour. That azalea has got beautiful purple blooms. And look at these tulips. Look at that one with its edge and the color on that. And these big beautiful red ones. And down here is another one. I believe this is Montana Rubens. It's what's on the other side of the house. Look on the chimney. It's just gorgeous. PJM rhododendron. Hostas. And look at the Deutzias. Boy, these birds are chasing each other. You hear? These Deutzias are just gorgeous. This is a lighter leaf Deutzia, and that one has darker leaves, but just covered with buds. Hostas, Japanese painted ferns, columbines. Lots of hostas coming up in this bed. Look at this beauty. And look at that Japanese maple. And this beautiful bleeding heart. Lots of things coming up in this bed. The PJM was gorgeous, and the rains we've had have knocked all the blooms off. But down there you can see more of the woodland flock. It's in front of the Shasta daisy. There's lilies coming up in here. There's coreopsis, black-eyed Susan, bee balm, that variegated leaf, that is bear breeches. Back there is a nice blooming weed in front of the daylilies and the creeping phlox. And look at that giant pyrrhus and this giant maple. And the beautiful lemony lime elderberry. More beautiful Japanese maples and hostas. and you can see the ostrich ferns over there. So this is where I'm going to end this video. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your night. Have a great week, and love and blessings from me and John and baby boy. We'll see you again soon. Till the next time. Bye-bye.